So when Chuck Lorre came to me and sat on my back porch and held my grandbaby and said, will you do this with me? I was like, what? And then Netflix, has been so good to me and has given me these Netflix stand-up specials, Amy.
Yeah.
And that's the stamp. Kristen John. Oh my gosh, honey,
so
a pro, and was so good to me. And I learned a lot from her. I went in that thing terrified. I didn't know how all that worked, honey. The first 3 weeks, first 3 episodes, I said to my baby Tess, who was living with me, I can't do this. What is this? And she was like, you're going to give me the shingles. I was hysterical. But it was just terrifying. Camera blocking. What is that?
Right,
a script. All of that.
Right.
Craft, Boston. At first, I'll be honest, when I got there, I was kind of scared. I'm not used to that traffic. Mm-hmm. We are in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I knew that weather was going to be beautiful, and I always loved that, and I loved the house that I rented, and it was very Hollywood Hills kind of looking, and I was tickled over that, but the fires came. We got evacuated. And we got robbed. Our rental house got robbed by these acrobatic people. They found them on film, and they shimmied and climbed up each other's shoulders. And the people who we rented from said, we don't want you to see the video. It'll freak you out. But they were like acrobat people. And the good news is I was working Palm Springs, had a show that night. So they cased us out. Is what the criminals call it. Must have seen an Amazon package of a supplement. And then said, let's get her. But it was me and my baby. And we didn't have anything valuable out there. She had a bunch of Amazon earrings. They wanted dope. Earrings is what they told us, and guns. Well, we don't have guns. And then they looked at her medicine, and it was like yeast infection, thyroid. She goes, I bet they looked in here and thought, who are these pitiful, sick people? Me, all my supplements. They didn't get anything. And so it really didn't freak me out. But by the time we were leaving, we were out there 7 months, I grieved when I left. I really thought it was sweet. And I realized this, because when you're in the middle of the United States, they're like, California, everybody was precious. It is a working class town. People were precious to me. And then all these men on the set, because I like to flirt, and I love all men. And they were like looking up real estate in Tennessee. Like some of them, were in their 50s and never married. I go, if you moved to Tennessee, everybody would want to breed with you. And so they're all going, where's Morristown, Tennessee, Leanne? Here's a house for $400,000 that's, got 3 bedrooms. And so, and I did like for all the men to eat crafty. Southern women like to see men eat. And so they would say, no, you go first. I'm going, no, you go first. Let me watch you eat. So I fell in love with everybody on that set. Hardworking, darling. Yeah. I had a ball, and I fell in love with everybody. And I loved everybody at the grocery store. And everybody was sweet, and they go, where are you from? Where's that accent from? And let me say to your audience that is huge, and you getting this big old podcast doing, this is my accent. This is how I really talk. Mm-hmm. People think it's not. But I'm from farming people. But anyway, California people thought it was fun. And people are fascinated by the South, I think. Ryan Stiles plays my husband, and he thought that we all pack guns. I said, I've never shot a gun in my life. He goes, you sure, Leanne? We're not going around packing guns or holding guns. My people say packing. I think he thought we all are like the old West. And then people and I do love country music. I'm fine, but I'm more of an R&B guy. But I think people think we're all, barefoot. Mm-hmm. And I did go to college and I finished. I will never let you know my GPA. But I think they, have misconceived that we're dumb people. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But we have, nice universities, and we get our hair done. We have the best blondes, for sure. The captain of the police department lived across the street, darling. Got to know him. He was like, take my cell phone number. Here's some spray. If you're out walking, that's good for animals and people. I was like, what? So, he taught me how to live out there. I do believe that there are demons, maybe. I was in a comedy club, Birmingham, Alabama, Stardome. They have a bunch of theaters in there. I was doing the main stage. There was a girl that goes around comedy clubs and talks to dead people. Oh. Medium. Mm-hmm. And she was cute as she could be. She was sitting in the green room with us, and she said, we were all sitting there. It was kind of awkward. And she goes, they're in here right now. There's dead people in here. And I go, in this green room with a bad sofa, with a half bottle of ketchup, watching what was that show? Heidi Klum was on it with Project Runway. I go, so if I die, I'm going to have to walk around in this green room watching Project Runway with a half bottle of ketchup. But she said yes. I think because we have sense. I think we've still got sense. Not that young people don't have sense, but there's some grit. I think there's grit left in there where, we had to work. Like I had to do terrible jobs. But I think that makes grit.
Agreed.
I think we're the ones that have got grit, but still open-minded. Can I say that? And I love my daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
But I was jealous of her. I'll just say it. Because he was my baby. That's my boy. And then you have to hand him over. And it's hard. Yeah. But then you realize, I'm getting now another child.
Yeah.
And she's going to have these babies for me.
Yeah.
And I get to have his babies for me. And those are my babies. The show will come out, and let's hope. Can I ask people to run it while they're vacuuming in the back? Yes, please.
And, also
that's what they wanted. They go, Leanne, will you please do a multicam? Because I've loved sitcoms all my life, but then I got into The Office and Parks and Recreation, and I was like, I would love to do that. Yeah. And they were like, well, would you consider doing a multicam? And and they were darling, and everybody there. I went, okay, yes. Yeah. And I realize now that yes, like doing the movie. Yeah. If I, improv, Nick Stoller would say, "Do it again, Leanne. Like, what are your breasts going to look like when you have a baby?" And and all that, and then I wouldn't get a laugh. That doll, I know I probably embarrassed him to death because I would ask him questions about my breasts because they look so big on screen. Amy, Reese Witherspoon's head was the size of my breast. 5'8", maybe 5'7" now from shrinking. And then I go through everything that ever happened to me in high school, college, what I'm buying everybody for Christmas. Don't smoke cigarettes. And I enjoy my children. Yeah. I said, okay, get ready for this because you're younger than me. You're grown kids. You talking about fun is your grown children or your best friends. So fun and darling. It's so much to look forward to.
And we're lucky about.
Yes, and try new things. A lot of women that have seen this happen for me in my 50s, they're like, I can go back to school. I can become a yoga teacher. I've always wanted to do that or whatever. But it's never too late. And keep dreaming. I know that's sappy, but, it's good to have something to look forward to. But yes, every stage of children, all of that is wonderful.